Welcome back. It's still Channels Beam, and you just heard from our online contributors making their cases as to why our educational system is where it is, where students demand certain things from their authorities. However, we're now joined by Gossy Ukanwoke. Gossy, thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
In recent past, it's just happening, it's almost becoming a recurring decimal. Demonstrations, students demanding certain things from their authorities. How did we get to where we are at the moment?
I will first of all put it to the human element. We are always never satisfied with whatever we currently have at hand. So it also goes down to the education system. The students are looking for more. The institutions themselves are even looking for more. The teachers are looking for more. But the issue of protests, I will put it to the fact that I believe that we are becoming too attached to the culture of protests. Several things that we could easily, write a petition or have a closed-door meeting for. People like to put themselves out there to say, "Oh, we're protesting for this, we're looking for that," and oftentimes you just see the silliest things come up, and then we have people blocking the roads and causing discomfort for other people. But I would say it's not quite surprising that we're having protests because there is a level of discomfort and discontent for students in these institutions. Many of them are seeing what's happening to the people who are graduated. Many of them don't have jobs. They have several pressures from the education itself. And many of these things just, have them naturally agitated, and the slightest thing can just set them off.
All right, so would you say you're in support or not?
I'm not exactly in support of these protests. I would be in support of it if it would be for the very concrete reasons. Sometimes you see a situation and you're wondering what they're protesting for. And, because you don't believe that should escalate to that. Sometimes you're wondering what maybe the student leadership or the student unions are really looking for, or whether they're protecting their own interests personally or the interests of the students. But I believe that other measures should be put into place before people come out to start protesting. So you should always ask the question, did you try to have, quiet conversations with the authorities? Did you invite them for a chat? And if you had done those things and nobody was listening to you, then you can actually protest and get the general public to lend a voice to your action.
All right, so just quickly, you are an education entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Very soon you'll be in the shoes of these authorities.
Mm-hmm.
How do you intend, if it does happen? Of course, I'm not praying for that to happen, of course, but if it does happen, what are the measures you'll be putting in place to make sure these things don't happen?
Conversations. Open conversations with the students. Before we make any announcements, we are increasing this or we're reducing that, make sure that we've gotten information from the students, we've passed across our intent to them, and let them give us their own feedback, so that when we are coming out with that announcement, it will be it will be something that we've already discussed, and it wouldn't be much of a surprise to them. So we would do our best to have open conversations with the students.
What do you think? How do you think we can move past where we are now? Because looking at the fact that it might have a contagious effect, it might have a ripple effect. Other universities, of course, you heard of OAU, Caleb University, Bowen University, recently, Lagos State University, and just some days back, University of Lagos.
Yes.
What do you think other universities should do to stop these things? Just in rounding up and quickly.
Again, conversations. It's very easy for you to have conversations with students. You can always have an open box, or you can even have a social media chat with them. You can always talk with the students, with their parents as well, to let them know what the challenges are and what you want to do, and let everybody come to the table and have these agreements in quiet, so we don't embarrass both institutions and their students.
Okay, Gossy Ukanwoke, thank you for coming to Channels Beam this afternoon and sharing your thoughts with us.
You're welcome.
Well, that is what we know. For now, students are still protesting and asking that their fees be reduced, a conducive learning environment be provided. But what we don't know is if the solutions will be implemented by the authorities. We'll take a quick break, and when Channels Beam returns, we are seeing your comments coming through on our social media platforms. We'll be going through some of them and, of course, review the 5 most viewed videos on our YouTube channel for the past week. Please join us again. Another eye-opening discussion there. To watch them all over again, visit our website. It's channelstv.com or YouTube channel. youtube.com/channels web. Loads of your comments coming in, but we have time for just a few of them.
The fifth most viewed video in the past week is President Goodluck Jonathan's daughter's wedding in Abuja. Dignitaries from across the country gathered in the Federal Capital Territory to celebrate with the first family. The fourth most viewed video is Channels Television's exclusive interview with former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who talked about issues in the country. The third most viewed video is another exclusive report by Channels Television about the war against terror and a look at Sambisa Forest.
Oh well, Alex Okubo played the role of Jenny in...
The second most viewed video shows singer Yemi Alade talking about her hit song, Johnny, which she described as an experience. The most viewed video in the past week is a report on the mothers of some of the abducted Chibok girls who came to Lagos.
There you go, the 5 most viewed videos on our YouTube channel and the comments, some of the comments that you sent on our social media platforms. These protests are usually quelled by officers of the Nigeria police, but while students and protesters alike are encouraged to act within the ambit of the law enforcers must also remain within their limits, as the use of rubber and sometimes live bullets, tear gas, have sent some to the hospital and others to their early graves. For the protests not to occur, authorities must, in the light of what is obtainable on ground, provide the necessary facilities needed for proper learning and research in Nigerian universities. We end Channels Beam on this note, with a continuation of the discussion, of course, on the social media addresses showing on your screen. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. I am Victor Mathias.